Apple, the tech titan that reshaped how we connect, communicate, and live through its revolutionary smartphones. Elon Musk, the mastermind behind Tesla's electric revolution and SpaceX's journey to the stars. Two of the most powerful forces in innovation today. Yet their relationship? Far from friendly. In fact, there's a deep-seated rivalry, even animosity, simmering beneath the surface. But why? What's behind Elon Musk's tension with Apple, a company he once admired? Today, we're diving into the heart of a feud that's not just personal, but could redefine the future of technology itself. Stay tuned, because the answers might surprise you. To fully grasp the origins of the friction between Elon Musk's Tesla and Apple, we must rewind the clock to the mid-2000s, a time when the electric vehicle industry was still a mere glimmer of possibility and gasoline cars ruled the roads. The world was just beginning to feel the effects of an ever-growing climate crisis, but the mainstream consumer mindset hadn't yet shifted towards sustainable alternatives. Gas-powered vehicles dominated the streets, and electric cars were often seen as impractical, niche inventions. But amidst this resistance, a small company named Tesla was born, with a bold vision to change the way people viewed transportation. At the same time, the tech world was undergoing its own revolution. Apple, which had redefined the personal computer market with the Macintosh, was now in the midst of its most transformative era. The company had just unveiled the iPhone, a product that would go on to change not only the tech industry, but the entire world. The iPhone was revolutionary, offering a user-friendly interface that combined a phone, an iPod, and an internet browser into one sleek device. This was the moment when Apple truly cemented its position as a design-driven company with an unparalleled ability to create products that people didn't just want, but felt they couldn't live without. While Tesla was still in its infancy, struggling to produce its first electric car, Apple was on top of the world. For Musk, who had always admired innovation, this moment must have felt simultaneously inspiring and daunting. Apple's success was undeniable. Steve Jobs, the visionary behind the company's meteoric rise, became a symbol of what it meant to be a true innovator. Musk often spoke of Jobs with reverence, referring to him as a singular talent and a great innovator. Musk's admiration for Jobs was rooted in his relentless pursuit of perfection and his obsession with simplicity. Musk, too, was an admirer of these principles, especially when it came to creating products that combined engineering with elegant design. Yet, beneath the admiration, there was a subtle undercurrent of tension. Jobs' approach to business was a study in contrast to Musk's. Apple thrived on secrecy and tightly controlled its ecosystem, managing every aspect of the customer experience. Its closed-loop model was built on exclusivity and a rigid sense of control over hardware, software, and even content. Jobs famously kept Apple's future products under wraps until their official launch, building anticipation and excitement, but also ensuring that the company maintained a sense of exclusivity that Musk could never have envisioned for Tesla. For Musk, an open and collaborative approach has always been at the core of his philosophy. Whether it was sharing Tesla's electric vehicle patents with the world or launching SpaceX rockets into orbit, Musk believed that progress wasn't just about creating something great in isolation. It was about pushing humanity forward together. His vision for Tesla was clear: to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. This wasn't just about making a great car. It was about fundamentally changing the way the world approached energy consumption and transportation. It was about using his companies as vehicles to help solve some of the planet's most pressing challenges. But in the early days, the road was anything but smooth. Tesla faced obstacle after obstacle. It was a financial struggle to get the company off the ground, with Musk famously having to invest much of his own fortune to keep the lights on. The Model S, Tesla's first luxury sedan, encountered production delays and technical difficulties that made the company's survival seem uncertain. Critics doubted whether Tesla could ever turn a profit, especially in an industry dominated by automotive giants like Ford, General Motors, and Toyota. At the same time, Apple was soaring to new heights. The iPhone revolutionized the mobile phone market, and the company quickly became one of the most valuable corporations in the world. Musk, who thrives on tackling seemingly insurmountable challenges, must have felt both inspired and frustrated. Tesla was fighting tooth and nail for survival, while Apple was raking in billions in profits with its iPhone empire. It was the classic story of the underdog fighting against the status quo. But in this case, Tesla's battle was far from over. As Tesla slowly started to gain traction, Apple, too, began to take notice. However, this wasn't exactly the friendly, collaborative interest one might expect between two of Silicon Valley's most iconic companies. Instead, rumors began to surface that Apple was secretly working on a project of its own, an electric vehicle, the so-called Apple Car. Apple, with its massive resources and established brand, was poised to disrupt the very industry Tesla had worked tirelessly to break into. For Musk, this was a direct threat. Tesla had spent years laying the groundwork, proving that electric vehicles weren't just a niche product for eco-conscious consumers. They could be the future of transportation. The idea that Apple could swoop in with its deep pockets and brand recognition, bypassing years of struggle and hard work, likely felt like an existential challenge to everything Musk had built. Things began to heat up when Apple started to aggressively poach talent from Tesla. And this wasn't just a few engineers. They were after some of Tesla's most skilled and experienced employees. Musk's frustrations boiled over when he described Apple's recruiting efforts as an attempt to create what he called a Tesla graveyard, referring to the engineers Apple was attracting with offers Tesla couldn't compete with. Musk, who had always prided himself on building a company that was not just a business, but a mission-driven effort, saw this as a betrayal. After all, Tesla wasn't just a car company. It was a force for change. For Apple to swoop in, tempting away Tesla's top talent, felt like an attempt to hijack Musk's vision and appropriate the work that had taken years of dedication, perseverance, and financial sacrifice to achieve. But the tension didn't stop there. In fact, things took a more personal turn. Musk has publicly shared that during one of Tesla's most difficult periods, when the Model 3 program was on the verge of failure, he approached Apple with an offer to buy Tesla. At that point, the company was teetering on the edge of collapse, and Musk was willing to consider drastic measures. According to Musk, Apple's then CEO, Tim Cook, refused to even meet with him, let alone entertain the idea of an acquisition. Whether or not this encounter actually happened as Musk described, it symbolized the widening gap between Tesla and Apple and the personal animosity that began to define their relationship. Musk, who had always admired Jobs and the company he founded, must have felt an undeniable sting of rejection, one that would come to shape his view of Apple for years to come. At the heart of this growing divide lay a philosophical clash. Musk's overarching mission with Tesla, his vision of accelerating the transition to sustainable energy, was not simply about building a profitable company. For Musk, Tesla represented a broader purpose. It was about the future of humanity, about addressing climate change, and about creating a new paradigm for how people lived and interacted with the world. It was a deeply personal mission. Apple, on the other hand, while undeniably successful, had always been driven by profit maximization and product innovation. Musk had criticized Apple's approach in the past, suggesting that it was more about selling luxury products than about pushing for systemic change. To Musk, Apple's corporate culture, focused on exclusivity, secrecy, and profit, was a stark contrast to the open, mission-driven culture he was trying to build at Tesla. Despite this growing tension, a sense of respect for Apple's ability to execute on a massive scale lingered in the background. Musk has often acknowledged Apple's expertise in areas like supply chain management, marketing, and product design. He respected the company's ability to take a product and refine it into something that not only worked well, but also captured the public's imagination. However, as Tesla continued to rise in prominence, Musk's tone shifted. The admiration he once expressed for Apple's vision and its leadership began to erode, replaced by a sense of rivalry. One that was driven not only by business competition, but by a personal sense of betrayal. As the years went on, this rivalry would only deepen. Tesla, despite its growing pains, became the undisputed leader in the electric vehicle market, while Apple's rumored car project seemed to stall in the background. Musk's public persona became synonymous with disrupting established industries, whether it was through electric cars, rockets, or new transportation systems. Apple, on the other hand, continued to refine its existing products, always searching for the next big thing, but without the same level of daring or risk-taking that Musk was known for. In this space, the tension between the two companies would evolve, becoming one of the most fascinating rivalries of the tech world. A clash of cultures, of values, and of visions for the future. Let's fast forward to the mid-2010s. Tesla is no longer a scrappy startup. It's a force to be reckoned with. The Model S, the Model X, and eventually the Model 3 are redefining what electric cars can be. Meanwhile, Apple's innovation engine seems to be sputtering. The iPhone still dominates, but critics are asking, where's the next big thing? This is where the philosophical differences between Musk and Apple start to come into sharp focus. Musk has always positioned Tesla as a mission-driven company. His goal isn't just to sell cars. It's to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. Apple, on the other hand, is often criticized for being more profit-driven. Musk has publicly mocked Apple for its reliance on incremental updates and its walled garden ecosystem that locks users into its products. One of Musk's most pointed critiques of Apple centers on its App Store policies, specifically the infamous Apple tax. This 30% commission Apple takes from app developers has long been a contentious issue in the tech world. Musk's disdain for the policy became abundantly clear in 2022, when he took to Twitter to call it a global tax on the internet. His criticism extended beyond financial implications. He argued that the policy stifles innovation by creating a barrier for smaller developers. But it's not just policies that Musk has an issue with. He's also taken shots at Apple's products themselves. During an interview, Musk referred to Apple's devices as overpriced and underwhelming. If you took Apple's logo off, people would struggle to know what's so special about them, he quipped. This sentiment isn't entirely new. Many have criticized Apple for its incremental updates and reliance on branding over groundbreaking innovation. However, there's a layer of irony here. Tesla's sleek, minimalist designs often draw comparisons to Apple. Some have even dubbed Tesla the Apple of cars. Tesla's user interface, its focus on simplicity, and even the way its showrooms operate bear a striking resemblance to Apple's aesthetic. So, why the hostility? Part of the answer lies in competition. By the mid-2010s, rumors of an Apple car project began to intensify. Internally dubbed Project Titan, Apple's foray into electric vehicles wasn't just a rumor. It was a looming threat. Apple wasn't entering the EV market to play second fiddle. With its vast financial resources, extensive supply chain, and global brand, Apple had the potential to become Tesla's most formidable competitor. The rivalry wasn't just professional. It became personal. Musk revealed that during Tesla's darkest days, when the Model 3 program faced significant challenges, he reached out to Apple CEO Tim Cook with a proposal. Musk suggested that Apple acquire Tesla. According to Musk, Cook refused to even take the meeting. Whether this account is entirely accurate or not, it underscores the simmering tension between the two companies. Apple's recruitment tactics only added fuel to the fire. The company began aggressively poaching Tesla engineers, offering lucrative compensation packages that Tesla couldn't match. Musk didn't take this lightly. He famously referred to Apple as the Tesla graveyard, a place where former Tesla engineers went to retire. This wasn't just a dig at Apple's hiring practices. It was a statement about the kind of innovation Musk believed Apple was capable of fostering, or rather, incapable of fostering. Beyond hiring wars, there's a philosophical clash that fuels the animosity. Musk's companies are often framed as efforts to save humanity. Whether it's transitioning to renewable energy with Tesla, colonizing Mars with SpaceX, or exploring brain-computer interfaces with Neuralink, Musk's ventures are deeply mission-driven. Apple, in contrast, is frequently seen as prioritizing profits over purpose. While Apple has made strides in sustainability, such as using recycled materials in its products and investing in renewable energy, these efforts are often overshadowed by its reputation for maximizing margins. The cultural differences between the two companies further highlight this divide. Tesla thrives on risk-taking and pushing boundaries. Musk's leadership style, unconventional, intense, and at times polarizing, is a stark contrast to Apple's more methodical, polished approach under Tim Cook. For Musk, Apple's careful, incremental strategy might feel like the antithesis of the bold first principles thinking he champions. But this isn't just about ideology, it's also about market dynamics. As Tesla cemented its position as the leader in electric vehicles, Apple's entry into the space became a direct challenge. Tesla had spent years overcoming skepticism, building charging infrastructure, and educating the public on the benefits of EVs. For Apple to enter the market with its vast resources and established brand might have felt like an attempt to capitalize on Tesla's hard-fought success without enduring the same struggles. Yet, despite the tension, there's an underlying respect that can't be ignored. Musk has acknowledged Apple's strengths, particularly in supply, chain management, and marketing. He's also noted that Apple's design ethos has influenced Tesla's approach. The rivalry, while intense, isn't devoid of mutual recognition. Perhaps it's this blend of competition and admiration that makes the dynamic between Musk and Apple so compelling. The mid-2010s marked a turning point in this relationship. As Tesla's success grew, so did Musk's willingness to publicly critique Apple. The philosophical divide became more pronounced, and the stakes in the EV market intensified. Yet, as we'll see, this conflict isn't just about cars or technology. It's about the future of innovation and the ideologies that will shape it. The clash between Elon Musk and Apple is more than just a feud between two tech titans. It's a battle of ideologies that encapsulates the broader challenges facing the technology industry. Musk, a self-proclaimed first principles thinker, focuses on deconstructing problems and rebuilding solutions from the ground up. This approach has defined his leadership at Tesla, SpaceX, and beyond, where innovation often defies convention. Apple, meanwhile, represents a different philosophy, a company that has mastered the art of refinement, iteration, and execution at scale. Its ability to elevate the ordinary into the extraordinary has solidified its status as a cultural and technological icon. Together, these contrasting ideologies form the backdrop of a rivalry that is as much about the future of technology as it is about the personalities driving it. At the heart of Musk's critique of Apple is his disdain for incrementalism. He sees the company's cautious, step-by-step approach to innovation as a symptom of stagnation, a refusal to embrace the daring risks that propel industries forward. For Musk, whose ventures include the audacious goals of colonizing Mars and creating a sustainable future on Earth, Apple's measured pace might seem uninspired. Musk's bold vision has led to the creation of groundbreaking technologies, from reusable rockets to autonomous vehicles. His relentless pursuit of progress often comes with high stakes, but it's this very willingness to fail and try, again, that sets him apart. Apple, on the other hand, thrives on perfecting existing ideas, polishing them to a shine, and delivering them to the masses with unmatched precision. It's a strategy that has proven incredibly successful, enabling the company to maintain its position as one of the world's most valuable enterprises. Apple's business model, centered around its walled garden ecosystem, starkly contrasts with Musk's vision of open innovation. Musk's philosophy often emphasizes the importance of creating technologies that benefit humanity as a whole. For example, Tesla's decision to make its patents open source aimed to accelerate the adoption of electric vehicles and combat climate change. This move epitomizes Musk's commitment to collaboration and shared progress. Apple, by contrast, is renowned for its tightly controlled ecosystem, which locks users into its suite of products and services. While this approach ensures seamless integration and an unparalleled user experience, it's also been criticized as a hindrance to broader technological progress. Musk's critique of Apple's ecosystem underscores the ideological divide between the two giants, highlighting fundamental disagreements about the role of technology in society. This clash of philosophies is not confined to abstract ideals. It's manifesting in tangible ways across industries. Apple's recent forays into energy storage and renewable energy technologies have put it on a collision course with Tesla's core mission. For years, Tesla has been a pioneer in renewable energy solutions, from its electric vehicles to its solar panels and Powerwall batteries. Apple's entry into these markets signals its intent to compete directly with Tesla, setting the stage for a high-stakes battle over the future of sustainable energy. With Apple's vast financial resources and Tesla's head start in the field, the rivalry is poised to reshape the landscape of energy innovation. Beyond energy, the competition extends into software, automotive technologies, and even artificial intelligence. While Apple has yet to release a fully autonomous vehicle, rumors of its development efforts have fueled speculation about its ambitions in the automotive space. Tesla, as a leader in electric and autonomous vehicles, views this as a direct challenge to its dominance. Meanwhile, Apple's advancements in machine learning and AI-powered features, such as those in its Siri and Photos applications, compete with Tesla's own strides in AI-driven autonomy. These overlapping pursuits underscore the extent to which the two companies' ambitions converge, even as their approaches diverge. Musk's public comments about Apple often reflect a blend of frustration and begrudging respect. While he has criticized Apple's incrementalism and ecosystem, he has also acknowledged its unparalleled expertise in supply chain management and marketing. Apple's ability to deliver billions of devices with remarkable efficiency is a testament to its operational prowess, a quality Musk himself admires. Furthermore, Musk's reverence for Steve Jobs, whom he described as a singular talent, hints at his appreciation for Apple's legacy of innovation under Jobs' leadership. This nuanced dynamic between critique and admiration adds depth to their rivalry, illustrating that even competitors can recognize each other's strengths. As this rivalry unfolds, there's an element of inevitability to their competition. Both Musk and Apple are driven by a desire to shape the future, albeit in fundamentally different ways. Musk's vision is expansive, addressing existential challenges like climate change, renewable energy, and interplanetary colonization. His companies, Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, and others, are unified by a mission to secure humanity's future. Apple's focus, while narrower, seeks to perfect the tools and experiences that define modern life. Its pursuit of excellence in hardware, software, and design has revolutionized the way people interact with technology. These differing goals result in a clash that transcends traditional market competition, touching on profound questions about the purpose and direction of technological innovation. The stakes couldn't be higher. The outcomes of this rivalry will influence not only their respective industries, but also the broader trajectory of technological progress. Will Apple's polished, profit-driven approach prevail, or will Musk's bold, mission-focused strategy define the future? The answer to this question will have profound implications for the tech world and beyond. The decisions made by these companies will shape consumer habits, industry standards, and even government policies for years to come. Despite their differences, there are glimmers of common ground. Both Tesla and Apple have made significant strides in sustainability, with Apple committing to carbon neutrality and Tesla revolutionizing renewable energy adoption. These efforts suggest that, while their methods may differ, their end goals are not entirely at odds. In a world increasingly defined by technological collaboration, it's possible that these two giants could find ways to complement each other's strengths. For instance, Tesla's expertise in energy solutions could align with Apple's design and user experience innovations, creating synergies that benefit both companies and their customers. For now, however, the rivalry remains fierce. Musk's critiques of Apple, whether aimed at its products, policies, or philosophy, underscore his commitment to challenging the status quo. Apple, for its part, continues to refine and expand its empire, undeterred by Musk's provocations. This ongoing battle between two of the world's most influential entities is a testament to the competitive spirit that drives innovation. It's a dynamic that keeps the tech industry vibrant, forcing companies to continually push boundaries in their quest for relevance and dominance. As the future unfolds, the clash between Musk and Apple will continue to captivate the world. It's more than just a competition between two companies. It's a reflection of the broader tensions shaping the tech industry. Ultimately, the rivalry between Elon Musk and Apple is a story of ambition, ideology, and the relentless pursuit of progress. The outcome of this battle will not only define their legacies, but also shape the technological landscape for generations to come. In their struggle lies the promise of a future where innovation knows no bounds, a future forged by visionaries unafraid to challenge convention and strive for greatness. The competitive spirit between Apple and Musk's ventures mirrors larger questions about humanity's collective aspirations. This isn't just a contest over market share or dominance. It's a dialogue about the kind of future we wish to create. Should technology serve as a polished, seamless tool for daily life? Or should it stretch the boundaries of possibility and reimagine what's achievable? These questions transcend the boardrooms of Cupertino and Palo Alto, resonating with people who seek to understand how innovation shapes their lives. The relationship between Musk and Apple is emblematic of the broader dualities that define the tech industry: pragmatism versus idealism, execution versus experimentation, and tradition versus disruption. These dualities aren't just corporate strategies. They're deeply human philosophies. In a world that increasingly relies on technology to address its most pressing challenges, the decisions made by visionaries like Musk and companies like Apple carry profound weight. They influence how societies tackle issues like climate change, resource scarcity, and the quest for sustainable growth. As Apple refines its ecosystems and Tesla scales its ambitions, there's an undeniable interdependence between their approaches. The innovations of one often spur advancements in the other, creating a cycle of progress that benefits the broader industry. While their rivalry may dominate headlines, it's worth considering the potential for collaboration. Imagine a world where Tesla's sustainable energy solutions integrate seamlessly with Apple's design and software ecosystems. Such a partnership, while seemingly improbable, could redefine the boundaries of innovation and set new standards for what's possible. The outcome of this battle of ideologies remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: the world is watching. As Musk and Apple continue to push the boundaries of what technology can achieve, their competition will inspire, challenge, and ultimately shape the trajectory of the modern world. The stage is set for an ongoing saga that will define not just the future of technology, but the future of humanity's relationship with it. So, why does Elon Musk seem to harbor such animosity toward Apple? The answer is anything but simple. It's a tangled web woven from competition, clashing philosophies, and perhaps a touch of personal frustration. Musk's journey with Tesla has been one of overcoming seemingly insurmountable obstacles, while Apple's legacy is rooted in the elegance of seamless user experiences and meticulous control. At their core, both Musk and Apple represent two sides of the same coin, visionaries striving to shape the future of technology and human progress. But how they approach that future is where the lines begin to blur. For Musk, innovation is about more than just creating products. It's about solving problems that could determine the future of humanity. His relentless pursuit of electric vehicles, sustainable energy, and space exploration are a testament to his commitment to altering the trajectory of society. Tesla's mission is not simply to build electric cars, but to accelerate the transition to sustainable energy, to reduce humanity's reliance on fossil fuels, and to tackle the global challenge of climate change. Musk is driven by a sense of urgency, and in his eyes, every moment counts. His worldview is one that values collaboration, open-source thinking, and disruption for the greater good. He doesn't just want to create a successful company. He wants to change the world. Apple, on the other hand, has always been about perfectionism in execution. The company's approach has been to carefully craft products that blend design, functionality, and user experience, all while maintaining a highly controlled ecosystem. Apple's focus is often on making the best products within the framework of a luxury brand, where exclusivity and simplicity reign. Its culture thrives on secrecy and a closed-loop model that controls the entire user experience, from hardware to software. While this approach has undeniably created one of the most successful companies in the world, it has also led to criticism, particularly from those like Musk, who see such control as limiting progress and innovation. At the heart of their rivalry is a clash of philosophies: open versus closed. Musk believes in sharing knowledge, in breaking down the walls that separate industries and disciplines, in creating open ecosystems that allow for collaboration and progress. Apple, by contrast, has built its empire on keeping things tightly under wraps, protecting its intellectual property and maximizing profits through exclusivity. For Musk, Apple's guarded nature is not just frustrating. It's a fundamental misalignment with his own worldview, one that seeks to create a more interconnected, transparent future. But perhaps what fuels Musk's ire is the sense of betrayal. When Apple's rumored foray into electric vehicles became public, it wasn't just a competitive threat. It felt like a shortcut. Musk and Tesla had fought tooth and nail, building the electric vehicle market from the ground up. They had endured criticism, skepticism, and near bankruptcy to make electric cars viable on a global scale. Then, Apple, armed with its massive resources and established brand, appeared ready to jump in and capitalize on Tesla's hard work. It was a classic case of the disruptor being disrupted, but on Musk's terms, it likely felt like an opportunistic move rather than an organic evolution of the market. And when it came to talent, the situation grew even more personal. Apple's recruitment efforts were seen as a direct attack on Tesla's innovation pipeline, as the tech giant poached hundreds of engineers who had helped build Tesla from the ground up. For Musk, this wasn't just about losing employees. It was about losing the very essence of Tesla's mission. Each engineer was a piece of the puzzle that was making Tesla's vision a reality. And to see them go to a company that Musk saw as less driven by purpose and more by profit was likely a bitter pill to swallow. Yet, despite all of this, it's clear that Musk still holds a level of respect for Apple. He has often praised the company's ability to execute at scale, its mastery of supply chain logistics, and its unparalleled marketing prowess. While Tesla was still finding its footing, Apple had mastered the art of creating desire. Musk has admitted that Apple's ability to turn a product into a cultural phenomenon is something that Tesla could only dream of. But for Musk, this admiration has always been tempered by the sense that Apple's success is built on a foundation that's fundamentally different from his own. So where does this rivalry leave us, and what can we learn from it? Perhaps the most important takeaway is that innovation, at its core, is never a straightforward path. It's a journey fraught with challenges, compromises, and moments of intense conflict. Musk and Apple are both giants in their own right, and while they may diverge in their methods, their ultimate goal is the same: to shape the future of technology and make the world a better place, albeit in their own unique ways. In the broader context, the Musk-Apple rivalry is a reflection of a much larger debate within the tech world. Will companies continue to prioritize profit above all else? Or will they embrace the bigger picture, building technologies that serve a greater purpose? Will we see more open, collaborative ecosystems where innovation is driven by shared knowledge? Or will closed, controlled models dominate the landscape, stifling the creative freedom that's so essential to progress? These are the kinds of questions that will define the future of innovation, and they extend far beyond just Musk and Apple. As for the future of this rivalry, well, it's impossible to predict. But one thing is certain: the ongoing clash between Musk and Apple will continue to have ripple effects across the tech industry and beyond. The lessons learned from this rivalry will shape the way we think about innovation, competition, and collaboration for years to come. As both companies move forward, the battle for dominance in the electric vehicle market, as well as the larger fight for the future of technology, will likely intensify. But regardless of how the rivalry plays out, the world will be watching, and we'll all feel the impact of what these titans of industry do next. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the fascinating world of tech, rivalry, and innovation. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an exciting new exploration into the minds of the world's most influential innovators. Whether you're into the latest breakthroughs, the personal stories behind the companies we know and love, or the challenges that shape our digital future, we've got it all covered. So until next time, stay curious, keep questioning, and never stop innovating.